I worked. You would not know what that's like. You would not never understand what it's like to have a job because everything is spoon-fed to you. But nonetheless, we have Kendrick Olimar versus Skaws in winners semis. PS2 to start is a bit unsurprising, but we will see.
Yeah, I haven't really watched these two play, which is like kind of strange because I feel like they played a lot.
No way.
Nah,
okay, I thought he lost his jump with that second there, but nonetheless, he finds his way back to stage. You can't complain about 60% nonetheless.
I'll find another net out of the corner, looking for the down tilt on the shield. Pulling Skaws out, trying to jump maybe. Gonna find another back air. That's gonna be dead. Oh, just dropping the confirm there.
Not quite gonna get a conversion off of it, but Theo never looking to slow down the game. One of the most aggressive players for a reason, but really good reversal coming out from Skaws, trying to find his way back into this game, but nonetheless, bread and butter for Kendrick Olimar is gonna take his first stock of Skaws.
Yeah, Youngling Swiss Army knife, fire arrow. Just, it combos into everything. It combos into itself, combos into his kill moves.
Looking to lap him here and finding the roll out of the corner, and what a wonderful conversion to find himself with 74% on the board, but Skaws with his own corner situation now. Once again, Theo fighting his way out of the corner and gaining stage control, more than lapped him by this point. If you're Skaws, you really need to find a way back into the game, and quick.
Absolutely. Very strong lead for Theo here. Looking for a down air jump maybe.
But not quite going to find anything.
He's like, I don't have to approach, I'm winning.
Skaws trying to slow down the pace, but it might be a little too late to slow it down when you're down this much. But with that being said, he gets his stock on the board, and all of a sudden this game is looking much more doable for him. Really good dash attack to call out the lazy landing now, and he's slowly but surely closing the gap with Theo looking to take this stock in any fashion, but the tempo change from Skaws is really paying off here.
Into the dash attack here. I'll find another back air here. Skaws is back in the corner. Down there going to call out the get up attack. It's going to be Theo taking the second stock. Skaws now down to his last stock here. Boomerang actually going to break him out of the up B.
Really good from Skaws, but an uncharacteristic mistake. The Skaws getting a bit overzealous, looking for one more. But a player like Theo isn't going to miss it twice. But now this game is all of a sudden looking to be close to even. We've seen Skaws find kills at 80% many a times. You have the updraft, you have anything into forward air. Yep. Ridiculously strong kit on this character, but
you're just going to run in, dash attack him. He said, all right, if you're going to sit in the corner, I'm just going to approach you. We'll find the updraft though. Not going to quite take the stock here.
Theo putting himself in the corner, but he seems to be quite comfortable to do so because no one today has seemed to have been able to get anything out of their corner situation with Theo.
Almost catching the air dodge, but I'll be going to take the stock here. This is doable. It's only, you know, it's 80%. It's not the worst, but this is like prime Youngling combo you to death %. Like, you got to be so careful with these fire arrows. Going to find a down air here.
I agree, but all of a sudden now the gap is only 70% between the two. For a player like Skaws, that is nothing short of a couple advantage states. But obviously Theo not looking to let that happen, slowing down the tempo on his own, but this could do it, not quite. Take it.
Trying to trap his landing, good down air from Skaws.
All of a sudden this is looking very dangerous for both players, but really good composure to find the grab from Theo. Happy to take chip damage in this situation. Finds the boomerang,
but 150 here.
Anything off of it at these percents?
Is that gonna be no.
And another grab, really understanding Skaws is scared in this situation, not wanting to take his chances, but a bomb is gonna put him in a really awkward situation. This should do it. Not quite. A really good recovery from Skaws. Good job saving his jump there. 225% now. This must be rather frustrating if you're Kendrick Olimar and you're playing against Toon with full range, but he's not quite going to get to utilize it. Theo, a bit of a scary game one, a bit scarier than it should have been, but nonetheless, he closes it out. A cheeky little smile as well. We'll have to see if game 2 is any different.
One thing I do want to say, what I saw was Theo actually called this out and in Skaws' set versus AG, but he was like, Skaws always tries to cover roll away, so every tech chase he got, he was just like, okay, I'm going to cover roll away dash attack, and Theo just rolled in every single time, and it worked. So that's definitely one thing I want to see if Skaws might, you know, try and mix it up a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe he's thinking in his head, okay, you know,
Skaws, a very methodical player, is going to take a look at his notes for a little bit, focus himself, get himself back in the zone, because he knows he is more than capable of winning this set. But we'll have to see if it comes into fruition. But nonetheless, Kendrick Olimar looking to speed up the pace again, as he did so well in the first game. But Skaws obviously looking to dissuade that pressure. But Theo's going to get his advantage state started, but luckily only 20% for Skaws.
Not quite finding a second back here. Look, managed to find a down throw into the up air. It's going to be nice 60%. Going to trade boomerangs there. But just establishing, you know, a pretty neutral game again. Okay, this time he rolled away. Skaws thinking, okay, he might actually try and take a place here.
The bomb forward and nearly taking it at 70. But nonetheless, this is a really bad situation. Finds the F tilt on the roll. This is dangerous. Yeah. And what a wonderful conversion. Great awareness from Skaws to find that first stock. But Theo looking to fire back immediately.
Oh, catching the boomerang actually kind of messed up his maybe potential forward air on air there.
Good grab from Skaws. Now we're kind of seeing the reversal of game one, but a bit of a greedy jab. What's the punish going to be? Just a dash attack to dissuade the pressure.
Again, another boomerang grab.
Unlucky. Couldn't quite get the last hit, otherwise he would have had to stock trade, and obviously that's not something you want to do in this situation when you're already up 100%. But a really greedy edge guard could get him killed here. But a bit too conserved on the side of Skaws, I agree. But unfortunately, Skaws just looking to play with a safe lead, but nonetheless, that's going to be Theo finding his way back into this game. Skaws with a corner situation, a really good parry from Theo. Once again, a masterclass in finding his way out of the corner, and all of a sudden, he's reversed it. Again, that is now Theo in control of neutral. Skaws hasn't found a good hit in maybe 30 seconds now.
Gonna trade boomerangs again.
All of a sudden, this game is very even, but for the sake of momentum.
Good grab, pulling Skaws out there.
Finds the net, and now Theo has found himself back with a lead. But Skaws nearly finding the most ridiculous conversion, but not quite getting it.
Oh my.
And a really uncharacteristic drop from Theo. Both players flubbing a bit in a missed tech, but he has the bomb to recover, but I don't quite think it's going to be enough. And a good tech to avoid the reversal from Skaws. And now we find Theo after a really unfortunate start with a lead here.
Oh, not quite calling that out.
Bit of a greedy up air, trying to call out the jump, but an auto-cancel there from Theo. Really safe pressure, as he is known for. Oh, what a call out on the roll. What can you do here? And
that's by his own bomb.
Really even game. It's hard to tell. The momentum is just switching constantly. Another great grab from Theo. I think that's what's differentiating the two players right now. Absolutely. The confidence to grab when the other one is afraid. Skaws quite hasn't been capitalizing it on the way that Theo has, but finds his own pressure, finds his way out the corner. But what can you do? This is a really dangerous situation if you're Skaws here. But oh my God, what a ridiculous conversion to get the reversal off of what looked like a bad situation from him to drop the bomb, land on the platform, and set up for his own updraft. I believe he was at 68 before that bomb hit.
Oh yeah.
What ridiculous awareness from Skaws. That's what you're going to see from players like this who are truly masters of their character. Wow. We will have to see.
That was very impressive.
What happens here?
Absolutely game impressive.
Theo, maybe letting that get to him a bit. You don't. Theo's quite a stoic player. You don't often see him get dissuaded. You don't really see these emotions from him. But he's looking a bit exhausted. We'll have to see if that's going to affect his gameplay. Looking a bit frustrated. But for a player like Theo with this raw aggression, sometimes that anger is all you need to channel in to a very dominant game on your behalf. But Skaws obviously looking to not let that happen.
It's getting a couple, drops on these strings, on these conversion. Maybe just good DI mix-ups from Skaws, but gonna find a down air into the up air. Good auto cancel there. Skaws now back in the corner, but managing to just trade, but ooh, okay.
Doesn't quite
is that connected? That would have been nice.
But Skaws just playing so well, especially out of these corner situations. None of them are finding anything, but not quite. The rage gonna put him outside the window. But really good DI from Skaws to live that down air. What can he do here? Ooh, a bit of a miscalculated grab on the side of Kendrick Olimar, and this first stock is gonna be really huge. What a scramble. Have to see here. Both players
to sneak in a forward air, but Fear actually managed to find his own here to take the first stock.
Skaws with a nod of the head, acknowledging that this is a perfectly fine situation to be in.
Another F smash thrown out.
A bit greedy, and that's going to cost you 32%. And your positioning, what do you do now if you're Skaws to find your way back into this game? A really good parry, just a composure from Kendrick Olimar to parry these moves at kill percent with no fear, fighting his way out the corner as he does best, looking to extend this lead as much as possible. And what a pivot up tilt, and that's not quite gonna do it. But nonetheless, forces Skaws to go low enough that he couldn't make it. A really good stock trade from Theo, great awareness, and he finds himself with a full stock lead now.
RB gonna catch Theo's landing here.
What can he do? Skaws maybe with a bit of a greedy up. He's getting a bit desperate here, knowing this is his winner's stock and he's just been lapped. If you're Theo, you're going to continue to exert this pressure, but Skaws finding some pressure of his own, finds 3 up airs for 40%. But Theo fighting back with his own conversions once again, lapping
Wow, that
him.
forward air hit. That's crazy. Oh, that could have almost been it. What's the corner pressure? Good dash attack out, but not quite.
Really good.
Calling out that down air.
Finds the nair, and is this going to do it?
He's going to go low.
He's going to recover regardless. What great understanding of edge guarding from Kendrick Olimar, also known as Mr. Edgeguard himself, but that's not the only thing he can do, as we see him play beautifully with stage control.
To the forward air though. 135.
Skaws, obviously.
Pulling bomb here is so risky because he's just got that fire arrow. He can just, you know, keep pressing it. He might blow up the bomb. Put Skaws, just rack up more percent.
Oh my god, Theo throwing out kill moves left, right and center, but Skaws all the wise to it, playing so well around it, but a really good grab. We're seeing this patience come out from both players now. Theo scared he's going to lose his lead, and Skaws scared he could lose his winner's side stock right now, but a really good dash attack to once again dissuade the pressure, finds a little 40% string, and all of a sudden this is in the realms of possibility for Skaws.
Yeah, he's managed to slow down the game a bit.
What can he do here? Both players really fishing for their win conditions now, having a bit, throwing the kitchen sink at each other, but none of them quite pulling the trigger. Oh, good back air from Skaws, not quite finding the boomerang, gets it there. Doesn't find the forward air off of the boomerang, but now these are the percents that start looking dangerous if you're Kendrick Olimar. Finds the down tilt, gets the dash attack, and all of a sudden they're both at kill percent now.
Oh,
that's it. Nice, nice. And he finds the B reverse fire arrow into the up air. A really good set between the two players, but it's going to be Kendrick Olimar that comes out on top between the two.
You gotta go, bro.
I believe